What's up guys, Dan from the Headwaters Kayak Shop, and I'm back with the 2018 edition of Top 10 Fishing Kayaks under $1,000. In 2018, a bunch of really awesome kayaks came to the market, and so we have a big shakeup in our top 10. So I'm going to start at the beginning and I'm just going to walk you through all the different boats. We left out some of the $500 and under boats because we're going to be doing a separate video of $500 and under boats, so be on the lookout for that. So we're going to start things off with the Yellowfin 100. This kayak was in our lineup last year. It stays at the $649 price point, and we still feel like it's a really good boat for the money. At a $600 price point, you get into a boat with a full frame chair, adjustable foot pedals, 4 flush mount rod holders, as well as some inserts to add an additional rod holder. I also like that it comes with 2 quick seal hatches. You just give these things a quarter turn, open up, and each one has a cat bag inside. This boat's nice and stable for somebody up to around 225 pounds. And it's a really good boat for skinny waters. If you're floating slow moving rivers or smaller lakes and ponds, this is a boat that's super light, quick, easy to grab, easy to maneuver, easy to handle on and off the water. So this year, we're super excited about the Yellowfin 130 Tandem. A lot of the same features from the 110, but now in a 13-foot version that has 2 chairs, adjustable foot pedals. You still get the 2 hatches, but you get a lot of other really cool features. Adjustable foot pedals, cup holder, more rod holders, scupper plugs throughout the entire boat, quick seal hatches for both the front and the back paddler, a couple of flush mount rod holders, and a decent sized tank well. This boat also has the ability to take a rudder, and at $9.99 it's going to come with the 2 paddles. All Vibe kayaks that we sell will come with a basic 2-piece aluminum paddle. I always tell people it'll get you started, but it's something that you're going to want to upgrade fairly soon, because a decent paddle will really make all the difference on how you enjoy paddling. A heavy paddle is going to mean a lot more work, a lot more energy wasted, and a light paddle will make it all the better. We did a really good review on this a couple months back, and we were really impressed with how this boat paddled, both as a double and as a single. The nice thing about this boat is the chair can pop out of this front position and be moved right back here to a solo position, and then your foot pedals are on a long slider, and you can adjust those back so you have yourself a little cockpit there, and then that back chair can come all the way out. So it makes it a very versatile boat if somebody's going to be tandem / solo, or they're going to be with a kid, or maybe you're going to paddle it single with the kid on either end. You have lots of options and lots of versatility, and is by far the best paddling tandem we have under $1,000. Next in our lineup's a newcomer to the list, and this is the Nucanoe Flint. Again, we did a walkthrough video of this one back at ICAST, and we were super excited about this boat because it packs a ton of really high-end features into a small little boat, and the ability to rig and customize this thing is incredible. If you look at one of our recent viewer rigs, you'll see one we did with Ramel that's absolutely tricked out. This one features tracks that go throughout the boat. You'll also notice a couple horizontal rod stagers there, so you slide the tips in here, and then you run the butts of your rods right there next to your seat on either side, making it a really good boat for fishing rivers and skinny water when you want your rods nice and low and out of the branches. You got a hog trough holder right there in front for tournament day. You've got a spot for fish finders. You've got a transducer scupper mount, spots for Plano tackle boxes, and I really like how they incorporated their Pinnacle seat. This to me is the most comfortable seat on the market, so to have it on a boat that's under $1,000 is really unique. I also really dig the side handles that allow you to clip a paddle in and not take up any more additional area on the side of the boat. In the back, it's got 4 flush mount rod holders. The back 2 are angled back, so if you need to get under limbs or branches, you can tilt your rods back just a little bit more. This one only has 1 single storage hatch, which is kind of tilted back so you can put rods down inside the hole. Other than that, there's not a lot of storage in this boat. However, it does have a setup for a motor. If you wanted to motorize it, it has a square stern, just like all the other Nucanoes. So it's a little boat that has a ton of versatility, and actually they even are talking about a pedal drive coming out for that, debuting at ICAST. So keep on the lookout for the Nucanoe Flint pedal drive at this year's ICAST show. Next up is another newcomer to the list. This one is a Big Fish 105. This boat is highly anticipated. I actually been waiting to do this video just to get this boat in. It came in today freight. It's actually been on the water. Three Waters used it for their promotional video and then shipped it out to me. But this is a really cool boat. It's $7.99. It has a ton of features that we were seeing on 1,000 to 1,000 plus boats last year. And we're just going to walk you through a few. Molded in handles. It's got a cathedral style hull, so very stable pontoon style hull, or tri-hull if you will. It's got that front tank well, a couple of flush mount rod tip protectors there. This guy right here is your sonar pod, so you can open this up, use it for tackle, or to put your battery down inside. And then if you want, you can lift this out, mount your transducer to the bottom, and then it'll shoot right there through the hole. Again, so a lot of features that we were seeing on much higher end kayaks last year, we're seeing the Big Fish do it at a $7.99 price point. It's got the reinforced standing platform, tracks for mounting your accessories or rod holders, adjustable foot pedals. The Big Fish has a really cool high-low adjustable seat. So right now I have it in the high position, reclined, goes all the way down, and then it'll actually flip all the way up out of the way like that. And then it's got these little bungees here that clip it up out of the way. And look at all that standing platform. It's huge. You have a little bit of tackle storage here on either side. These are kind of cool. They're reinforced blow molded pieces that add stiffness to the boat and also allow the seat to adjust really fluidly. And for a 10.5 foot boat, it's got a huge roomy tank well. Look at the size of that. Lots of room for coolers, crates, whatever you want to bring. A couple more flush mount rod holders, lots of tie down positions. And this one is rudder ready. Not a lot of 10.5 foot boats come rudder ready, but the Big Fish is ready to go. It's a $200 upgrade if you wanted to add a rudder to this. Next door was the last boat we had in our lineup last year, the Lure 10. And we feel like these two boats are going to be very competitive with each other. The Lure, made by Feelfree, is $9.99 versus the Big Fish at $7.99. And the Lure gets a few upgrades, but also a few downgrades from the Big Fish 105. It gets the adjustable height gravity seat, which is awesome. It's the only seat out there that's a one-hand adjustment. You pull the red strap, it goes down, and you have 10 different points of adjustment up and down. So the ability to really adjust the seat on the fly on this boat is incredible. Extremely comfortable seat, flush mount, huge tank well. All the Feelfrees get the built-in wheel in the keel, which is definitely a nice upgrade. It gets the big front dry storage hatch. It gets the center storage hatch. But what it doesn't get is it doesn't get that through hole ability to mount a fish finder. So this is definitely catered towards the skinny water, river fishermen, pond fishermen. But it doesn't have the ability to add the fish finder. It doesn't have the ability to add a rudder. So a few things that are a drawback compared to the 105. But I will say the Feelfree quality is fantastic. The reinforced standing platform on this boat is super comfortable, super quiet, very nice seat on it. And the wheel and the keel definitely makes the boat, in my opinion, on all the Feelfrees. That adds a lot of value and convenience, just being able to pick the front handle up and move these boats around. The next boat in the lineup, it's actually our only boat this year with a clip-in style seat. But this boat has been such a good performer for so many years. It's still one of our favorite boats to put people in. Still one of our favorite boats to paddle. Offshore, inshore. It's just a good do-it-all boat. This is a Feelfree Moken 12.5. This one's going for $7.99. So it actually got a $100 price drop from last year without a single change in features. Still has the ability to add a rudder. Still has a wheel in the keel. The huge tank well. Rod holders, cup holders, pockets on either side. They kept the clip-in style seat because people are using these offshore, and to have a nice low center of gravity is a really awesome feature. You don't want to be up super high when you're fishing offshore. It gets that twist lock style hatch that all the Feelfrees are known for, adjustable foot pedals, tracks, and then a big center hatch too that you can put all your tackle or tools or things you want access to throughout the day if you don't want to be reaching behind you while you're out there in the open water. This is the one boat in the shop that I would say could do it all. You could float a river in this, you could go offshore, you could stand up and fish for bass. There's really not a more versatile boat out there, and at $7.99, this one's going to be a player for a long time to come. And then next door, we have a brand new boat. This one's made from Native Watercraft, and this is the new Manta Ray XT. So if you guys remember last year, I had a Manta Ray in the lineup, but it was the old style Manta Ray. This new Manta Ray is 33 inches wide. is 12 foot and some change, so a little longer, a little wider. It carries its volume much further into the bow and the stern. A little bit more bulbous nose, so still river friendly. Same front hatch. This one gets a new center hatch, similar to the Lure, where it's just a quick drop-in style hatch. So just access to put some tools or something. You have a small track on that hatch, adjustable foot pedals, more gear track along the side on either side, and those actually go into a nice molded in handle. The big upgrade is the chair. It gets the high-low chair. So much more comfortable than the old style clip-in seat. Drop down low, so it's kind of flush with the gunnels, which is a nice feature for those people that are floating rivers and things like that. Behind the seat, you'll see a couple of flush mount rod holders. I think we are all a little bummed to see the molded in style flush mounts. You see those on Perceptions. I'm just not a big fan of that. So I wish they would have put regular ones, and we're actually going to try to add just some of these simple flush mounts onto those. But all in all, really cool boat. Native quality of their mold and of their plastic is definitely second to none. So we're really happy to add that boat to the lineup. And definitely one to demo if you're comparing a Moken, a Manta Ray, or a Vibe Seaghost. And that leads us to our top picks from last year. They came back for this year. They had to stay in the lineup. The Vibe Seaghost 110 and the Vibe Seaghost 130. I pair these together because they're really the same boat. The 10 foot's $829. The 13 foot is $899. And they're really awesome values for the money. They've got twist lock storage hatch. They get a scupper transducer on all their boats. A nice size center hatch. That adjustable high-low chair. Paddle clip. As always, the Vibes come with a basic aluminum paddle. A decent sized tank well. Obviously the 13 gets a little bit bigger tank well. Foot controlled rudder system. These don't have a wheel on the keel, but they do have a sacrificial keel, which means it's a piece of plastic that you can wear out, and we can always add a new one on for very inexpensive. So a lot of features packed in on these Vibes, and for the money, they're probably the best paddling, best versatility in that range. You know, just like the Moken, this boat can do rivers, oceans, lakes. They can do a little bit of everything. It does have the lawn chair style seat or frame chair seat that a lot of folks are looking for. It's not as big of a standing platform, so if standing up is an important detail to you, you may want to look at something like the Big Fish or maybe the Flint or some of the others that have more room in the deck area. But I will say for a boat of its size, it's still fairly easy to stand in. Just like last year, I'll say it again, but the 11 foot isn't necessarily for a smaller paddler, and the 13 is not necessarily for a big paddler. Their capacities are almost identical, but really what it's designed for is different water. So if you're floating slow-moving rivers, skinnier water, or you just want a smaller boat to transport, this boat will do all that. This boat here, being a little bit longer, a little bit more keel, is going to be better offshore and in bigger water, and in general, it's just going to be a faster kayak. So as we look at the 130, you'll see that almost all the features stay the same. The drain plug gets moved to the front instead of the back. But other than that, the cockpit stays identical. You get a little bit more room in the tank well. That rear hatch isn't slanted back like it is on the 11 footer here. But other than that, identical features, bow to stern, just meant for different water. And I didn't go over in a lot of detail, but the center hatch is really cool. It's got lots of places to mount different accessories. You can use Scotty or Canon rod holders here. It's got a cup holder built in. And then inside is just a place to store your tackle and your gear that you'd want throughout the day. And the very last boat in our lineup, again, is a brand new boat. This is also a Three Waters Big Fish. This is a Big Fish 120. It's going to be going for $9.99. I saved this one for last because I think that this is going to compete very well against the Vibe as a high value, high featured boat. But this one's really designed more for a bass fisherman in mind. Somebody that's going to be doing a lot of standing. Comfort's important. Capacity is important. We've put some huge guys in this boat. Just the other day, I had a guy 6'8", 325 pounds, and he was standing up in this boat. So for under $1,000, you get a ton of features. You get that molded in handle. You get the cathedral hull design that offers a ton of stability. Lots and lots of storage space. A huge standing platform. You get that high-low recline seat, as well as it flips up out of the way, or makes for a little leaning post when it's flipped back. Behind the chair, you get a couple of flush mount rod holders, a huge tank well with lots of points to attach a crate to, bungee, molded handle, and again, the ability to take a rudder for a $200 upgrade. So at $999, it's a little bit more expensive than the Vibe, but not much. It doesn't come with a rudder, but that is something that you can upgrade to. But the overall quality and the fit and finish of the Big Fish is really, really good. As always, you guys, I'm not here to tell you what to buy. I'm here to show you options. I hope I don't get too in-depth with my opinions, because really I'm just trying to show you features and benefits. I will link in the bio to each one of these models so you can go to my website, read more in depth. I'll also link up other videos that I've done on many of these boats if you want to watch a more in-depth walkthrough or video review. And we have some customer rigs videos of people that own these kayaks that have rigged them up for their style of fishing. So we hope that's helpful. We hope it's a good resource for you. If you have any more questions that aren't answered in the description, go ahead and leave those in the comment sections and we'll be happy to get back to you as soon as we can. Or if you see somebody's question and you know the answer to it, it's a community page. Don't hesitate to answer that for them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're anywhere near the Lodi area or if you're coming through California, make it a point to stop off and see us. We'll be happy to get you on the water, give you some good advice, and even send you home with a Headwaters sticker or hat. And if you guys can do it, find a local shop in your area that allows you to demo, because there's no substitute for getting on the water and trying these things. I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but getting your butt in the boat is really what will help you decide what's going to work best for you. At Headwaters, we have every single kayak we sell available in the demo fleet, so you can get on the water and play Goldilocks and tell us what you like the best. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that like button, click the subscribe button, and turn on the little notification thing so you can keep in touch with what we have going on. We're going to have lots more videos, reviews, overviews coming up in the near future, as well as just some vlog style behind the scenes videos. Until next time, you guys, this is Dan from Headwaters Kayak Shop, wishing you happy paddling. We'll see you on the next one.